Walmart generated revenue of $572 billion in 2021, establishing itself as the world's largest employer with over 2 million employees. Building this empire was not an easy task. It all began when a resource-limited farmer, informed that he wouldn't have a career in the retail business, decided to open his own store. Join us in this fascinating story, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and turn on notifications. Modest beginnings. Sam Walton was born on March 28, 1918, in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. His father, Thomas Walton, was a farmer, but the farm wasn't generating enough money to support the family. In search of better opportunities, the family traveled around the country until settling in Columbia, Missouri. During his adolescence, Sam helped his family by working various jobs and observed how his father managed to make small profits in each business he conducted. His mother also started a successful business involving milking cows and delivering milk to neighborhood customers. These experiences taught Sam the value of hard work and how much it took to earn a dollar. However, things weren't going well at home. His father, Thomas, was rarely present as he spent most of his time traveling in search of extra money. This difficult relationship worsened each year. In his autobiography, Sam describes his parents as the people who fought the most and lived together. To escape problems at home, Sam got involved in sports, joined the Boy Scouts, and took on various leadership roles, keeping himself busy. Sam graduated from David Hickman High School in 1935 and decided to attend the University of Missouri to take his first steps in the business world. During his time in university, he worked various part-time jobs to support himself, such as newspaper delivery and working as a waiter in exchange for meals. After his graduation in the spring of 1940, Sam gained his first experience in the retail industry by getting a job as a sales trainee at J.C. Penney in Des Moines, Iowa. Although his performance in that job was considered poor, he discovered that he had a talent for the art of selling, which earned him additional commissions of $25 per month. When World War II began in the United States in 1941, Sam was eager to play a role. He left his job the following year and joined the U.S. Army. Recognizing his natural leadership abilities, the Army selected him to be part of the Army Intelligence Corps, where he achieved the rank of captain. It was in Oklahoma in April 1942 that Sam met his future wife, Helen. After a brief period of dating, they married on Valentine's Day in 1943. The Ben Franklin store. When the war ended in 1945, Walton had a obstacles. Sam exceeded everyone's expectations. He studied the typical retail rules and then broke the ones that didn't make sense to him. When he bought the Ben Franklin store, he was required to buy all products from the company's point of sale. However, he knew he could find cheaper goods elsewhere. So, he found a clause in his contract that allowed him to buy his products elsewhere, significantly reducing the cost of his goods compared to other stores. He made a profit through volume sales rather than margins. However, it took him almost a decade to fully appreciate the power of this idea. Nothing Sam did was extraordinary, nor was he a genius. While it's undeniable that he was savvy in business, the real reason for his success was his policy of making his customers' lives easier. By doing so, more and more people started buying from him. When things were going well for Sam and his business, he asked his brother Bud to join him. Together, they managed the store more smoothly. The Mordano brothers, who owned the store Sam rented, weren't happy that the Waltons were sourcing their merchandise elsewhere. However, they couldn't say much about it because the numbers Sam was generating were incomparable. His sales increased by over 45%, reaching $105,000 in his first full year as an owner. The following year, the number increased to $140,000, and in the third year, sales increased another 25%, reaching $175,000. After just 3 years in business, Sam managed to fully repay the $20,000 loan given by his father-in-law. 2 years later, he became the principal owner of a variety store in Arkansas and probably in neighboring states as well. However, even with this success, the business was destined to fail. Starting over, when Sam Walton signed the contract for his store in 1945, he didn't include a renewal clause. Renewal options were standard features in lease contracts, but Walton made this oversight. Not only had he built the best variety store in the region and worked hard for the community, doing everything right, but now he was being kicked out of town. After being expelled from his own store, Sam Walton was determined to start over, but this time, the right way and better than ever. He began searching for a new location to buy another store until he found a small community called Bentonville, Arkansas. It was there that Walton opened his second store on the town square and called it Walton's Five and Dime. The Walton family used to hear people whispering to each other, saying, "Well, let's give this guy 60 days, maybe 90. He won't last long." But Sam would prove them wrong. At the time, there were 2 other variety stores in town. Products. This new strategy not only worked perfectly, but also tripled his income in less than a year. With more money in hand, Sam had the resources needed to expand his business further. In the following years, he opened one store after another, and by the end of the 1950s, Walton was the proud owner of 15 stores acquired with loans and profits from his own stores. However, Sam felt he wasn't making as much profit as he should, considering all the work he was putting into his business. That's when he decided to adopt a new strategy that would change everything. The birth of Walmart. We exist to add value to our customers' lives, which means, in addition to quality and service, we have to save them money. Walton's idea was to build large stores that offered discounts on all products and place them in small towns. By drastically reducing prices, he would hurt his competitors and increase the price difference through higher sales volume. This idea was already being practiced nationwide, but the difference was that discount stores used to be small and located in cities, offering discounts only on specific items. It was a risky move that required a lot of money to work. Initially, Sam approached the company that franchised the Ben Franklin stores with his idea, but they refused to support him, especially because it meant cutting their wholesale profit margins in half to accommodate the low prices he wanted to offer. With nowhere else to go, Walton decided to take a big gamble. He mortgaged his house, borrowed a lot of money, and opened his first Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas in 1962. Customers were thrilled not to have to travel to the city anymore to get discounted prices on products. They flocked to Walmart stores, and the company's sales grew tremendously in the following years. Sam continued to learn from his competitors and develop new ways to further reduce the prices of his merchandise. He replaced wooden shelves with metal ones as they were cheaper and more durable. Another strategy he created was to keep his stores open for more hours than his competitors. This was something only Walmart did, and it helped generate more revenue. Additionally, he ensured that his customers had ample parking, unlike his competitors, who charged for parking. By 1969, Sam Walton had financed the expansion of his business through profits and loans, but in 1970, he decided to take the company public. The initial offering raised about $5 million, allowing Walton and his family to retain about 61% of the shares. This money provided Walton with the opportunity to pay off his debts to banks, loans from friends, and move forward with his ambitious plans for the country. Taking over the industry between Walton also made sure his stores were close to distribution centers to allow for one-day merchandise delivery while minimizing advertising costs. Another innovation was the decision to buy directly from manufacturers rather than going through wholesalers, which further reduced prices. By the late 1970s, Walton had built one of the fastest growing and most influential retail stores in the industry. However, he also faced criticism from people and groups who didn't like him and his retail business. He was often criticized for competing with small retailers and putting them out of business. Sam Walton himself acknowledged this criticism, saying, "Small stores are destined to disappear, at least in the numbers they existed before, because everything is driven by customers, who are free to choose where to shop." Sam Walton passed away on April 5, 1992, at the age of 74. At the time of his death, Walmart had annual revenues exceeding $104 billion. Currently, Walmart has grown to over 10,500 stores and generates well over $500 billion in revenue each year. Today, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to keep an eye on the world around here.